And welcome to downtown Miami, Florida. I'm Ed Cohen with Jay Williams. I know you're relaxed. It's now time to work.
305, my city, my city. This is one of my favorite stops on the road, Ed, and I'm sure the same applies to the visiting players.
No more time on the beach. It's time to hoop it up here in South Florida. Won by Chicago. Done to Wendell Carter.
Hey, shut up.
Short jumper won't fall.
Let's be realistic. He's probably not going to miss a lot of shots. But the more effort you can give, you want to try to tire him out. Take his legs away. Make him work to catch the ball. That's how you win a defensive battle.
Goes to the right side.
Hey, Love, get the board.
Gets to the basket and scores.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket. Ed, I'm going to gloat about my old team here for a second. Did you know the Bulls are the only NBA franchise to win multiple championships and never lose in an NBA Finals series?
Got a piece of it.
Jumping out the gym right now, Ed.
Great anticipation.
I got ball.
Baseline drive. To the rim. Lays it up and in.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
To Markkanen. He shoots. Oh, off the mark. Basket's good on the follow. Way to stay with it.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays. No one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
Screen coming. The screen sets him up for two.
The pro game has really come down to PNRs. Let's see how the defense adjusts.
Chicago basketball. Done to Zach LaVine. Deep two there, won't go. Throws it down.
An easy two. Get back on defense.
To Markkanen. Zach LaVine. First couple didn't go. That one is true.
Attack mode isn't a switch that you can just turn on and off. He needs to do more of that. We need to see him penetrate, get into that lane, and create.
Unbothered by the defense as he drills it.
The reality is no one can guard a player at his level one-on-one. The help defense needs to be shown, and he needs to see a series of obstacles instead of just one individual.
Markkanen to Chris Dunn. Couldn't keep it in. It's out off Chris Dunn. He'd have the basketball.
I'm on D. I got him. Screen right.
To Rodney Hood. Lets it fly from long range. Rodney Hood couldn't get open. Misses the shot. LaVine to Porter. Short jumper won't go down.
Your contest was great because of your proximity to the player. You forced his follow-through to be cut short, which made him short-arm the shot.
Markkanen shot that misses.
You gotta get up on that.
Count the basket at the rim.
They're going to have to find answers defensively and quickly because he's carving them up in the first quarter.
To Levine.
I got ball.
John Henson with a piece.
Just incredible timing on that swat.
Ella, I'm going. Run.
Dunn to Zach Levine. Here comes the screen. Zach Levine. He's 2 for 5. Not great, but trending.
You normally don't see that, but that's the type of thing that keeps shooters in the league for a long time. Every once in a while, they venture into the paint.
Jay, sometimes it's not just the Heat that does opponents in Miami.
I've been a victim to this multiple times when we have played the Heat, and I think other franchises from cold cities have been the same. There's a reason why the Miami Heat have such an advantage down here on South Beach. You catch them on an off night, it's rare that opposing teams are ready to play.
He wants it at the rim and scores.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
It's the Heat with the possession.
Here we go.
I told you the screen was coming.
From long range.
Rebound.
Great defense, forcing the miss.
Everybody pick up. D up.
No good, and no foul.
I'm here. I got ball.
To Rodney Hood. From the outside, no good. On the follow, way to stay with it.
As my mother would say to the defender, A for effort, F for results.
Joseph with it, down 6. To Wendell Carter. To Markkanen. That's no good.
And that's how you make a difference. Every shot that the offense takes, make sure that it has a 10 as far as degree of difficulty.
It's good. Count the basket and the foul.
And I love the smile on the face of the offensive player. Sometimes luck is on your side. I don't know how that shot went in, but and one.
Missed it at the line. Joseph with it, counting down towards 1 minute to play here in the opening quarter. Buddy Hield to Wendell Carter. Can't connect. Here's a chance from long range. Tough shot. He hits.
That shot was nice, but that pass, that was the real highlight. Good teams always find a way to get the best shot available.
Driving right to the basket. He cruises in for 2. Too easy.
That boy's living his best life.
Nance. Going to launch beyond the arc. Offensive rebound. Nice touch around the basket with the tip.
As a player, there's nothing better than coming out in the first quarter and playing exactly the same way you played the last couple of days of practice. You're moving the ball, you're capitalizing on mistakes, and you really built a nice lead.
Deep 3 at the buzzer. That's it for the first quarter as the Heat enjoy some breathing room. Ed Cohen, Jay Williams with you as we get things started here in the second quarter. Miami's got it. Nance.
Pick.
Takes stock of the floor.
Watch the slip.
Has a
watch the
look.
slip.
Shot by Anunoby, no good. Jones with it.
My ball,
Down
my
11.
ball.
Deep left corner. Buddy Hield to Markkanen. He was all over him. Missed the shot, no free throws. Grabs his own miss and scores. Good concentration.
There's some players out there that like the freedom of space, and then we have the anomalies. We have the players who feel comfortable being uncomfortable, and almost the physicality of the game centers them and puts them right on balance every time.
Not that time. Jones with it. His team down 9. Shot from the lane won't go.
Get down, get down, get down. Half court, here come, here come.
Here comes the screen.
Right.
Has a chance. That's usually one that he'll knock down.
The contest was good, but you being a nuisance was great. Continue to be that gnat that no matter how many times you swing at it, it never goes away.
To Hield. Fires the 3, so the first points for him in this first half, and he knocks it down for 3.
Yeah, they really need him to get going. Really surprised that none of his teammates have been talking to him. This is when he needs him the most. They have to uplift him, help him continue to be confident on the court.
Both coaches hitting the reset button. Fresh legs coming onto the floor. No good. Oh, it looked like he may have gotten him there. Trying to cash in. A shot by Hield, no good.
Here we go. I got him.
I got ball, Pick up. Match up.
The pass set it all up.
Well, when you play for each other and not just for yourself, that's when great things happen. You essentially lose yourself in what the team is trying to accomplish. It's called unselfish basketball, and there's nothing more beautiful than rewarding your teammate with a nice pass and letting them finish for 2 or 3 points.
Layup goes down. Well done.
I love the drive to the basket there. Instead of trying to go around or over, go through.
It's the Heat with the possession. Sizing up the defense. Can't connect from in close. Jones with it. Now down 6. To Porter. Here comes the screen. Has a look. Gets it to go. Someone clearly missed their rotation.
I don't know what halftime evaluation will be worse, the ankles or the bruised ego.
on the painted area, won't go down. Oh, Carter with the rejection. That's out of bounds off a bull. Both coaches dipping into their reserves. Changes coming onto the floor. Hood. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
Look, there was barely any contact on that last play. I agree with the ref's no call. Let him play.
Here we go. I got him. I got him.
Hood. Down to 5. Down to 4 to shoot. A fundamental shot right there.
Oh, don't see the read. Be the read.
My ball. My ball.
Levine to Porter.
Come on your right. Come on your right.
Otto Porter. He is shooting well. He's made 2/3 of his shots.
Ooh, cool, calm, and collective. The 3 C's. His handles are effortless.
To Rodney Hood. Has a chance. The jumper's off the mark.
Bad shot. My fault. My ball here. My ball.
To Wendell Carter.
Wait on it.
Ugh. To Rodney Hood.
Come on, you gotta work around the screen. You're killing me.
Nothing going here on that drive. Hood. Shot clock's at 5. Down to 4. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Tough shot. Well defended. Joseph with it. Counting down toward a minute to go in this first half. Levine to Porter. Here comes the screen. A drive down the lane, but the shot stays out.
I got ball. This is all me.
To Rodney Hood. Curling inside. Cleans it up. Offensive board. The follow won't go either.
But you can't just be a one-dimensional player. I know you're probably frustrated by me even saying that, but when you don't even give the option to pass the ball by utilizing some head fakes or ball fakes here and there, you save the defender by keeping them on their toes with the element of surprise.
To Wendell Carter. Nice finish at the rim.
Great job using that shoulder to create contact with the defender without hesitation.
Match up, baby.
Just inside the arc, at the buzzer. First half in the books. The Heat with the lead.
Thanks, guys. Let's take a look at what went down so far in this one. The Heat have themselves a close game after 2 quarters. It was their playmaking, the way they gave each other scoring opportunities. That really impresses me. I love seeing unselfish basketball like that. These are the guys getting buckets for the Miami Heat. The Bulls are within striking distance at the half. And while they may be down, it's not for a lack of effort. They deserve some respect for how well they've generated scoring with their offensive rebounding. These are the guys getting buckets for the Chicago Bulls.
Game track. Rebounds.
While there isn't a stat for effort, you can certainly use offensive rebounds as part of the formula. These squads have been attacking the offensive glass and keeping possessions alive.
Player of the half.
I like this choice because he really put on a show in the opening half. There's a reason he's a fan favorite. Here we go with the top plays from the first half.
Number 2. Number 1.
Back to Ed and Jay to bring you the second half action.
Miami with the basketball. Here comes the screen.
Screen right, screen right, screen right.
Count it.
You normally don't see that, but that's the type of thing that keeps shooters in the league for a long time. Every once in a while, they venture into the paint.
My ball, my ball.
Dunn to Levine. Porter.
Side up.
Otto Porter. He's 3 of 5. 60% shooting from the field.
You know what I like about this pass play? Instead of putting his head down and forcing the action, he patiently waited for the play to develop.
4-3. He was all over him.
Man. Watch the clock.
It's Chicago ball.
Defense, let's go.
Gets a shot up off the mark. Pass stolen by Miami.
I got this clown. Let's go.
To Rodney Hood. Fires the 3. Rodney Hood couldn't get open. Misses the shot. Levine shot no good.
Yeah, just me and you, 90 feet. Let's go. What you got? What you got?
Just enough of a head fake to help on that one.
It can only be one of two things here. 1, the defender ran out of gas, or 2, this dude is just unstoppable.
Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
Good shot, man.
Old school equals high percentage.
D up, y'all.
For 3, smothering D.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Wendell Carter powers it through.
An easy 2. Get back on defense.
To Rodney Hood, beyond the arc for 3. Buries it on the catch and shoot.
Ed, let me tell you how this one goes. It ain't no fun if the homies can't have some. Everyone's getting a piece of the rock tonight.
Dunn to Wendell Carter. John Henson pins it. Couldn't keep it in. Out off Rodney Hood. Looks like some substitutions are coming on in. Dunn. Porter. It's good. Defense has to pick things up.
It's all about creating space with the dribble. Once you have that gap, you can beat somebody in a variety of ways. He chose the dagger with the 3.
Layup's good. Those are the types of shots you always strive for.
Here's lesson number 1. When you allow a player like that the freedom of space, breakdance move they might hit you with.
To Porter. Won't go down.
I got him. I got ball. I got ball. You got me?
It's going up.
Deep 2 there. Won't go.
And you have to remember that your hand is part of the ball. There wasn't enough contact on that play for the refs to blow the whistle.
To Wendell Carter. Wide open look, won't go.
My ball.
To Rodney Hood. Lets it fly from long range. Rebound taken down by Markkanen. Levine. To Porter. Carter. To Porter. To Wendell Carter. From the outside, no good.
Your contest was great because of your proximity to the player. You forced his follow-through to be cut short, which made him short-arm the shot.
Porter to Wendell Carter. Using the post to his advantage there and the finish at the rim. Now the Heat going to use a timeout as they'll make sure they're aligned here in a 2-point basketball game.
As a player, this doesn't always happen, but it's a beautiful thing when everybody is allowed to be on the same page. Scouting report is being executed. You're being efficient with your jump shooting. Your passes are crisp. You're listening to the coach on the sideline, and everything is working your way. You have to really appreciate these type of moments in the game of basketball.
Both teams tweaking their lineups. Here comes some change.
We got this. Let's go.
Oh, yeah, it's me and you. Me and you.
Knock loose. That's out of bounds off a Bull, so it's going to stay with Miami.
Cutter, coming through.
Deep 3 at the buzzer. Third quarter comes to an end with the Heat in front. The Bulls in possession as we start the fourth quarter. We've got a one-possession game going on. This has the look of a race that's going down to the wire.
And it looked that way from the very beginning, but this is where the coaches and the best players on the floor really earn their money. Down the stretch, it's game time.
Look long, look long.
Oh, not a good pass there. That's a turnover.
Tonight, it may not cost you, but in a playoff game, it will.
Corner. Nothing going here on that drive. And now he's going to shoot a few more as he's fouled going up for it.
I'm watching the coach's reaction right now, and I'll tell you, he's not going to be happy about that. The game comes down to the micro details. That wasn't a part of the plan right there.
Buddy Hield. He's got 2 shots coming. A career 86% from the line. And he connects on the first free throw. Can't connect on the second, and he splits the pair. And he finishes at the rim.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately... led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. Oh, the touch at the rim. Count it.
And when a player's running at you full speed and he takes those steps, there's no way you can defend it.
Knocked loose.
Get it back.
Trying to cash in. Off the mark. And a chance coming up at the line.
No, no, no. I'll tell you, the team that makes the little mistakes, like committing unnecessary reach-in fouls like that, will be the team that ends up with the L.
First free throw is good.
Yes, sir. Way to shoot it, boy.
Two for two on that trip.
That's what I'm talking about.
To Markkanen. Deep left corner. Porter. That's off the side of the rim, no good.
And there's always so much talk about defense. How about offensively? If you continue to attack that shooter, now you're making him work on the defensive end. That makes him take his legs away on the offensive end.
Doesn't even see the defender. Buries the shot.
When I played, and I see guys do this all the time, when you shoot, the target isn't the basket. The target is actually before you even go into the shot. The target are your hands defensively. If your hands are down and you give me clear vision towards the bucket, that shot's definitely going up.
He'd have the basketball.
Here you go.
Knocked loose. To Rodney Hood from long range. That's how you defend.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
Knocked loose. And that's going to get out of bounds. It'll stay with Chicago. Time to shuffle things up. Levine.
Watch the screen coming up. Screen coming up.
Time to shoot for the Bulls. Has a look. Oh, he was wide open. It's not going to be pretty when they watch the video. Someone's getting chewed out.
A two-time dunk champion, I love watching Zach Levine play. But you can't become obsessed with just attacking the rim. You have to continue to expand your game and really give Chicago that lead guard that they haven't had since D. Rose.
To Zach Levine. Nothing going here on that drive. Not going down for him this time.
I got ball. I got ball. That's me. I got him. Let's go.
End to end on that one. 94 feet for the basket.
I've seen him float so much on the perimeter, I forgot he even had that kind of physical presence. Good to see him beating up on people down low again.
To Wendell Carter. Porter. It's Henson with the rebound.
Play some D. Play some D.
Let it go.
Ball's out. Last touch by Zach Levine. We have both squads set to make some moves right now. Perfect feed to set up the basket.
I'm not sure that wasn't an offensive foul, but take it when you can get it.
Bulls with the rock. Add 2 points to the board.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
Double.
To Rodney Hood. Here's a chance from long range. Not easy.
It's easy to get lost in the chaos of the game down the stretch, but great awareness by the shooter to get those toes right behind the three-point line.
Cutter, get a tag.
Nothing going here on that drive. Levine. Here comes the screen. Going to launch. Beyond the arc. Off the mark. No good. On the follow. Way to stay with it.
Contact on a drive can be a beautiful thing. Making those tough shots can really help you build a mental advantage over your defender.
Knocks it down from mid-range.
Man, he's got the defender out there tap dancing like that on national TV. That's not a good sign.
Jones with it. His guys down by 9. To Wendell Carter. A lot of contact. No whistle.
I got ball.
Fires the 3. Textbook defense.
Shooters shoot. Period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
Porter to Wendell Carter. Cruises inside for 2.
It's really a dope thing when passing becomes infectious, but don't become overly passive. Still take your shots when they're there.
Don't let it split.
Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Well defended.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Jumper's good. We get a whistle and a timeout here for Miami. That's their first of the final 3 minutes. That leaves them with 1 remaining.
Well, first off, energy and persistence conquer all things. But look at the way they're setting screens. Look at the way they're communicating to each other. They're actually hitting people on those screens, and they're coming off those screens with their hands in a target area, ready to shoot the basketball. When you play the game with that kind of precision and that kind of energy, you see why they're in the lead.
Looks like both teams are making substitutions. A bad pass, and the Bulls have it.
You go back to the principles, things that we started working on when we were in first and second grade. Is called the shell drill. You stay down in the stance defensively, you try to deny the next pass away, and you have to communicate. If your conditioning is bad, you have no chance. But if you're able to do all these things together, collectively, you will be able to stop a great passing team.
Lauri Markkanen, couple of free throws on the way. A career 84% free throw shooter.
Oh, yeah.
Good free throw shooting. Knocks down a pair.
That was beautiful.
I'm here.
Come on. Double.
He flashing. Bump him. The rebound, baby.
Not
the
that
rebound.
time.
The contest was good, but you being a nuisance was great. Continue to be that gnat that no matter how many times you swing at it, it never goes away.
To Hield.
Wait on it. Go.
Oh, emphatic slam.
We call that get your money and put it in the bank.
Here I am. I got ball.
Cash is in for two.
Man, if we were at Rucker Park right now, everybody would be wilding on the court. Guarantee it.
Be alert.
To Markkanen.
Here it comes. Be alert.
To Levine. The drive. Right to the basket. Short jumper stays out.
Take mine.
4-3. Shakes free and hits. Now whistle. We'll get a timeout called by Chicago. They'll need a quick shot and then likely a quick foul in what is now a two-possession game. Porter. Rebounded by the Heat. Ruling is there was intent. It's an intentional foul.
Smart play. You have fouls to use. Good way to manage the clock without burning a timeout.
Get back. Double. Come on. Help.
Now an intentional foul, and they get it with 9 seconds remaining.
This is a close game, and possessions are at a premium. That's a good move to stop the clock.
Knocks down the first.
What a shooter, boy.
Able to convert on both free throws.
Watch out. All right, now give me something.
Porter. That's off the side of the rim, short. That misses with a second to go. The Heat with the victory as they take care of business at home. For Jay Williams and all our crew, I'm Ed Cohen saying so long for now. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports.
Hey everyone, it's Jalen Rose, and it's time for the EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Heat finished with a narrow victory on the scoreboard. What really stands out for me is how many three-pointers were scored. Everyone in the arena should have been given a free umbrella for the way they made it rain from long range. What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored for the Miami Heat. The Bulls lost a tight one today, and you can see the disappointment. The way they shot the ball was outstanding, but even still, it wasn't enough to get the result they wanted. More often than not, you're going to win games when you shoot the ball as well as they did here today.
Game track. Field goals.
From an offensive standpoint, this was a quality game. The same can't be said for the defense, but still, it turned out to be an entertaining matchup.
Player of the game.
If you asked him, I'm sure he'd give the credit to his teammate and coaches. But at the end of the day, we know that he's the one that made the biggest impact on this game.
was cold.
This isn't the segment you want to be in, of course, but even the best players find their way into this part of the show. We handpicked them for you. Here are the top plays.
Number 2. Number 1.
Here's what's coming up for the Miami Heat. On behalf of ESPN on EA Sports, I'm Jalen Rose, and it's been our pleasure to present you with some NBA basketball.
We come to you live on EA Sports. I'm Ed Cohen. Joining me tonight, the pride of Plainfield, New Jersey. It's Jay Williams.
Ed, you continue to surprise me, my man. I didn't know you knew about the Queen City.
All I know is you're the king in that town in the Garden State.
Well, we're going to find out who the king is on the court this evening.
The Hawks control the tap. Jay, I'm going to say that you don't know this, but since 1980, the Hawks have drafted only 4 players to have appeared in the All-Star game. Doc Rivers, Kevin Willis, Al Horford, and Jeff Teague.
Well, how about a guy named Dominique Wilkins? I'm sorry.
Oh, well, interesting that you'd ask. Dominique Wilkins was actually selected by the Utah Jazz. Beyond the arc for 3. Textbook defense.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
Westbrook into the front court. They lead it. 4-point game.
Yeah, keep him here, keep him here. Trap.
John Henson with the block.
Just incredible timing on that swat.
To the rim. The pass set it all
You
up.
know that's easy. They can't guard you.
Russ at the controls. Probing the defense. John Henson, huge block.
Oh, he blocked that with authority.
Finishing inside the paint on that one.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays, no one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
To Rodney Hood.
Screen on your left. Screen on your left.
Shot clock winding down. That pass stolen by the Hawks. The Heat secure the rebound. Rebounds taken in by Atlanta. Hawks have it.
I got ball.
Westbrook.
Double.
And look out. Feed the big fella. Point to the passer.
So good when you get everybody involved, in particular your bigs. You get them going, they'll run the court faster, and guess what? They'll set harder screens because they're actually in the game.
And draws the foul.
You see this all the time. The defensive players establishing his presence on the court and also checking to see how far the refs are going to let him go.
Knocks down the first.
Good shot. Oh, yeah, you've been working on your craft.
Good free throw shooting. Knocks down a pair. Westbrook across the timeline. Leads 4.
Pick up.
Layup goes down. Well done.
Attack mode isn't a switch that you can just turn on and off. He needs to do more of that. We need to see him penetrate, get into that lane, and create.
It's Westbrook.
Good boy.
Adebayo the rebound.
Knock that down, yo. Knock that down.
And scores.
Man, that may not have been a gimme, but that layup at the rim definitely chips away at the pride of the defense.
And too much contact.
Just a tic-tac foul.
They're going to make some changes with some new personnel on the floor. Larry Nance Jr. sends it away.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
To Rodney Hood. Going to launch beyond the arc. Hood when he's open and when he's not. So dangerous.
That shot was nice, but that pass, that was the real highlight. Good teams always find a way to get the best shot available.
Time for some new personnel into the game.
D up, y'all.
Westbrook to Rivers.
Pick coming left. Good job,
Off the
boy. Good job.
penetration, almost, but no good.
Pick up.
To Rodney Hood. Austin Rivers! Tips it. That'll be out of bounds. Last touch by a Hawk. Nance. Here's a chance from long range. Oh, that's how it's done.
This is a game of ways. As a defense, you have to recognize that they come and they go. That will not be the case all the time moving forward.
What's that screen?
Austin Rivers to Westbrook. Nothing going here on that drive. Westbrook to Rivers. Has a look. Now a step back.
Woo, did you see that? Eyes to the rim, and the rest was all net.
I got him.
To the rim. Lays it up and in.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Rivers to bring it into the front court. Now down 6. Oh, Russell Westbrook. First couple didn't go. That one is true.
Another possession they were forced to take a tough shot. This time they got to go, but they need to do something different to start creating more open look opportunities.
He made his first effort, but not that time. Westbrook into the front court, trailing by 4. Bell, down low Plumlee. Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down.
How about right after the dunk, he looks right over towards the bench, gets a call from the coach about what defense they're in, and then gets his team set. Those are people that are able to lead men.
Whistle stops play. Timeout here for Atlanta as they'll talk things over in what's now a 4-point game. Changes coming from both sides right now.
All right, let's do this.
Match up. Ooh, cut.
Westbrook. Nice pass to set things up.
Nice.
I love the drive to the basket there. Instead of trying to go around or over, go through.
Cashes in for 2.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Russ at the controls. Doesn't get the bounce.
Hey, check up. Let's go.
To Rodney Hood. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
He should get some kind of acting award. That's a great sell by the offensive player. But guess what? The refs bit, and that's the game.
Rodney Hood trying to cash in on the 3-point play. For his career, 82%.
That was beautiful.
Westbrook with it, trailing by 10.
Get in the stance. It's coming. Get in the stance.
Cruises inside for 2.
And when plays like that happen with multiple players touching the ball, the basketball gods will 100% reward you.
Get the ball.
Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Bell down to Westbrook. Oh, Russell Westbrook. He's 3 for 7.
Contact on a drive can be a beautiful thing. Making those tough shots can really help you build a mental advantage over your defender.
To Rodney Hood. Fires the 3. That's off the side of the rim, short.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Russell Westbrook steps into it, knocks it down, off the step back. The inner beast of Westbrook, sheer determination.
I don't think anybody got the license plate on that hit and run. And there is no one, I repeat, no one in the game of basketball with the first step in the explosion of Russell Westbrook.
Lets it fly from long range, buries it on the catch and shoot.
And this squad just continues to light it up from long range. One of the things I learned about teams like this, teams that fall in love with a three-point shot, as quickly as they built the lead, is as quickly as they can lose it if they're over-reliant on the three-point shot.
For 3, not a good shot there as he misses it. Westbrook with the basketball. They trail by 7. Trying to cash in, can't connect.
The most important thing a shooter can do is continue to shoot. The defense is always going to give great effort, but it's more of your psyche that goes into the next shot that will limit you on whether you make the shot or not.
Great board.
Westbrook into the front court. Looking to make something happen. Curling inside. He's going to the free throw line to shoot.
Ed, as a defender, you cannot, I repeat, you cannot foul in the act of upward motion into your shot. Your timing needs to be better.
First try at the line, no good. And he's able to hit the second after missing that first one. Has a chance, and he buries it.
Well, when you play for each other and not just for yourself, that's when great things happen. You essentially lose yourself in what the team is trying to accomplish. It's called unselfish basketball, and there's nothing more beautiful than rewarding your teammate with a nice pass and letting them finish for 2 or 3 points.
Do I feel good right now? They can't compete.
The quarter comes to an end as the Heat enjoy some breathing room.
Thanks, guys. Let's take a look at what went down so far in this one. The Heat entered the locker room with a comfortable lead. Clearly, the number of three-pointers these guys scored in the first half was incredible. And if they can keep that up, it's going to be tough to keep that team down. These are the guys getting buckets for the Miami Heat. The Hawks have dug themselves a bit of a hole after 2 quarters. And someone needs to step up offensively if they plan to win this game. Not a single player has gotten into double digits yet.
Game track. Assists.
The Atlanta Hawks struggle to play the angles and allow too many passing lanes to exist. However, some credit has to go to their opponents for the way they move the ball. They've been taking advantage of this situation.
Player of the half.
I like this choice because he really put on a show in the opening half. There's a reason he's a fan favorite. Here we go with the top 3 plays from the first half.
Number 2. Number 1.
And with that, I'm sending it back to Ed and Jay to bring you the rest of the game.
Hey, this is my man right here. Y'all get yours. I got ball. I got ball.
Got him. Good trap. Good trap.
4-3. Yes, give the advantage to the shooter.
And it just seems like the defense has lethargic closeouts. You need to close out with more of a sense of urgency. Run them off the three-point line. Make them take a tough 2 rather than an easy 3.
Gets a look,
Come on, show
can't
me something
hit.
better than that, baby. It's game time.
I got him. I got him. Trap, 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 trap. Got him.
Well defended, shot no good. If it was anyone else, they'd be back on the bench for taking that shot. Westbrook. John Henson pins it. Bam Adebayo rejects it.
Oh, he blocked that with authority.
Pass stolen by Miami.
Here's your chance to break this thing wide open.
He throws it down.
I know there's that old saying that says one man can't beat 5, but we're watching one man carry 4 other players. His back has to be hurting. Another big-time finish.
That's me.
To Westbrook. And Jay, they call the foul.
Timing was just a tad bit off.
Cutter,
Westbrook.
I got yours.
Good help.
Trap, 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 trap. I'm here. I'm here.
Couldn't keep it in. Out off Rodney Hood. Westbrook.
Trap.
Double
Down
team.
low Plumlee.
Here we go.
And finishes strong. Here on their home floor, they're chipping away.
I mean, does this crowd have a pulse? Are they even alive? Sometimes when you make a play like that, your crowd needs to get you back in this ball game.
From long range, smothering D.
Quick rebound.
Russell Westbrook with the rock.
I'm hot.
off the assist.
And the last 10 sequences down the court, everybody's touched the ball. You don't see anybody with any kind of negative expressions on their face because everybody's eating.
Driving right to the basket. John Collins able to recover with the block. Count it. Keeps it alive. Gotta love the hustle. Westbrook across the timeline. 14-point deficit. Stuffs it down with authority. Jay, let's see if that's a sign for him.
Well, he's been pretty much non-existent the first 3 quarters, but when you have a play like that, that can get the juices going, and that can help you with your offensive rhythm.
Fires the 3. Message received. Well defended.
Shooters shoot. Period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
Now the Heat gonna use a timeout as their coaching staff wants to talk things over here in this 3rd quarter. New blood coming in for both sides.
Let's do it.
It's Russ at the controls. To Rivers.
Come on, you gotta work around this.
Down low for Aldridge. Rebounded by the Heat. Beyond the arc for 3. Buries it.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
Gets it to go. Could have been more. A lot of contact, but no foul.
Might have had an extra dribble or 2 there, but he got the shot he wanted.
Rivers with the basketball. Down a bundle. To Westbrook. Baseline drive. Count the basket at the rim.
Did you see the way that dribble freed him up? It created so much space. I did, but the defender didn't.
Going to launch beyond the arc. That's off the side of the rim, no good. Rivers into the front court. His guys down big. Bam Adebayo swats it.
Don't stare him down like that afterwards.
No good. Rivers to bring it into the front court. He'll run the offense. He gets it.
Man, that may not have been a gimme, but that layup at the rim definitely chips away at the pride of the defense.
I like this double team right now.
Oh, he got a piece of it.
That kid can block out the sun, Ed.
Tosses. Here's Westbrook controlling the offense. Over to the right side. To Westbrook. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a 3-point play.
That was such a great job by the offensive player. Knowing that you're probably going to take some lumps here and there, but still remaining aggressive throughout the shot and getting a crack at the extra point.
Russell Westbrook at the line for a chance at a 3-point play. Shooting 50%, some yes, some no, in this contest. Has a look. Won't go. Nice follow-up on the dunk there. Jay, that's been the story this evening.
I mean, another one? Another dunk? Another easy possession? I mean, how demoralizing can this be for the team? Why am I the only one yelling? I don't see anybody on the bench yelling. I don't see anybody on the court even angry right now.
Here comes the screen.
Shot.
Shot's no good. You have to like the confidence, but that was a difficult shot.
Let's be realistic. He's probably not going to miss a lot of shots. But the more effort you can give, you want to try to tire him out. Take his legs away. Make him work to catch the ball. That's how you win a defensive battle.
That was perfect. That was nothing but cotton.
Hawks with the basketball. Austin Rivers to
I
Westbrook.
got ball. That's me.
Screen coming. Nothing going here on that drive.
Shot going up.
Short jumper off the mark.
I just love where this takes you into the psychological battle as a player offensively. Was that a great contest, or did you just miss the shot? But now you have me thinking about that the entire next possession.
To Westbrook.
Shot.
The jumper's off the mark. The follow won't go either.
Shots up, shots up.
Rodney Hood couldn't get open. Misses the shot. Deep three at the buzzer. The Heat with the victory as they win this one in very convincing fashion. That does it. For my partner Jay Williams and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. As we say, so long, everyone.
Hey everyone, it's Jalen Rose, and it's time for the EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Heat put together a nice win here today. They did it with blocks, and they did it with steals. More to the point, they did it with excellent defense. They committed to the grind and got rewarded as a result. Here are the guys who put up the most points for the Miami Heat. The Hawks couldn't put it together to get the victory here today. And even though some of them smiled and shook hands with the other guys after the game, you could tell by the way they headed to the tunnels how disappointed they were about this loss. Check out the leading scores for the Atlanta Hawks.
Game track. 3-point shooting.
The Miami Heat were definitely the better team with regard to long-range shooting, and it turned out to be quite the advantage. Their three-pointers were unstoppable.
Player of the game.
The highlight says it all. He's your player of the game.
Who was cold?
This isn't the segment you want to be in, of course, but even the best players find their way into this part of the show. These are the top plays of the game.
Number 2. Number 1.
This is what the future holds for the Atlanta Hawks. See y'all next time. Jalen Rose signing out.
And welcome to Philadelphia. I'm Ed Cohen with Jay Williams. And Jay, as an East Coast guy, you've traveled the globe. You can appreciate the thirst and the passion of these fans.
There's no doubt about it. It lives here in Philadelphia. And how about only a couple of years ago, this team had just won 28 games. Now we're talking about them potentially winning an NBA championship.
They've waited a long time, and now perhaps comes the reward. The opening tip won by the Sixers, and we're underway here in Philadelphia. John Henson sends it away.
Just incredible timing on that swat.
Cleans it up, offensive board, grabs his own miss, and scores. Good concentration.
Strong finish. That's what you need, regardless of contact, focusing on the rim.
Sixers have the basketball. From the painted area, won't go down.
My ball here. My ball. What you got?
Now a steal by Philly.
I'm on D.
The Heat grab the board. Taken by the Sixers.
That's this way. I got him.
To Alonzo Trier.
Pick coming left.
Brunson. Had a good look there, but it's no good.
My ball here.
Stuffs it down with authority.
It's easy to become mesmerized when you watch a player who can create off the dribble. We call that dancing. When you allow a player to dance with that much space, that's Prob City.
Harris to Alonzo Trier. Nothing going here on that drive. Shot from in close, no good. From long range.
I'm open.
No good. That's great defense.
Shooters shoot, period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
Oh, Jay, he commands the paint this time down.
You have to understand something. I do not care that you're 1 of 6 from the field. The only statistic that matters is the final score.
Has a look. That's rebounded by Embiid. To Alonzo Trier. The drive, right to the basket. No, the Heat have the rebound. To Rodney Hood. For 3. Rodney Hood couldn't get open, misses the shot. To Alonzo. Short jumper stays out. And scores.
Ooh, Ed, looking like the young Manu Ginobili with hair out there with the Euro step.
That wasn't that long ago, was it? Brunson.
I got ball. That's me.
Oh, the Heat right there to take it away.
Get back.
I need help. Take mine.
Nice pass to set things up.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
I got ball.
Brunson to Embiid.
Let's go. Let's play deep.
It's Henson with the rebound. Hood.
ISO. Me and you.
All by himself. Creates his own shot there.
Good shot.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
I got ball.
Brunson to Embiid. Shot from the lane won't go.
I got him.
Trying to cash in. Knocks it down from mid-range.
Might have had an extra dribble or two there, but he got the shot he wanted.
Sixers call for time as they'll go over some tactics now in this first quarter of play. Some lineup changes now for both clubs.
Let's go. Pick him up. Pick him up.
D up, baby.
I got ball. I got ball.
To Embiid. Has a chance. Shot by Embiid won't go down.
That's how you do it. You keep riding him to the basket, and if the refs aren't calling it, keep being physical. Keep knocking him off balance.
To Embiid. With the fadeaway. Burns him for the basket.
Old school equals high percentage.
Miami with the basketball.
Switch, I got him.
Got it.
It can only be one of two things here. One, the defender ran out of gas. Or two, this dude is just unstoppable.
To Embiid. Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
Another possession they were forced to take a tough shot. This time they got it to go, but they need to do something different to start creating more open look opportunities.
Shot's no good. You have to like the confidence, but that was a difficult shot.
You see, this is something that everybody has, but some people choose to use it or not. I'm glad you choose to use effort on getting around those screens.
Lets it fly from beyond the arc. That won't go. Count the basket. A lot of contact. No foul.
That's a strong finish. Regardless of contact, finishing strong is key.
Gets it in the right corner.
He sent that one to the third row.
He was locked in. That was impressive. Time to adjust. Both coaches making changes on the floor.
I got him. I got ball. I got ball.
D up, y'all. Hey, big screen right there. Big screen.
Brunson turns and slams it down.
I don't think I could do that on a 5-foot rim.
I can, because that's my only choice. It's the Heat with the possession. Count the basket inside.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
To Alonzo Trier. Here comes the screen. John Henson sends it away.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
Al Horford swats it.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
Cashes in for two.
Cutter, I got
To Alonzo Trier. That's what you like to see off the pick and roll. Nice, easy basket.
Clearly not afraid of the spotlight here, because that was not an easy look.
And the reward, a couple of shots at the line.
Aggressive play there, but you can't fault the defender for being up in the shooter. You need to contest shots, each and every one of them.
First free throw is good.
Good shot.
Goes 2 for 2. Sixers control it.
D up. D up. Big right.
Brunson. To Horford. Now ready to shoot at the line.
Smart play to rip through the extended arm of the defender. That will get you to the free throw line every time.
Al Horford. He's got 2 shots coming. Shoots it at 75% for his career. Off the mark on the first free throw. Second one's good. Splits the pair.
Here we go. We got something. Push. Here we go.
To Rodney Hood. Fires the 3. That's off the side of the rim. No good.
You're on the island now.
I got ball. Yep.
To Brunson. Screen coming. Brunson. He'd have the basketball. Passed it off. Oh, emphatic slam. That has to feel deflating for the other side.
They've really came out and made a statement so far in this first half. Another powerful dunk, but another easy dunk. When are we going to see some defense?
To Alonzo Trier. Nice pass to get things going.
I'm not sure that wasn't an offensive foul, but take it when you can get it.
To Rodney Hood, going to launch beyond the arc. Hood, when he's open and when he's not, so dangerous.
Ed, let me tell you how this one goes. It ain't no fun if the homies can't have some. Everyone's getting a piece of the rock tonight.
Horford. Has a look. Gets a shot up off the mark. Yes, and a foul. Now, he'll have a chance at a three-point play. OG Anunoby at the line for a chance at a three-point play. Not the best career mark, 62%. And he can't convert the free throw. Brunson. And he's fouled. A trip to the line coming up.
Everybody in the building understands he's been a known target. Looks like they're hacking early in this one.
Knocks down the first. No back-to-back free throws here. He missed the second. John Henson with the block. Picked up. Here we go.
That's all you.
Deep two there. Won't go.
You gotta get up on that.
Hey, come left.
To Brunson. Converts in the paint. Nice finish at the rim.
Contact on a drive can be a beautiful thing. Making those tough shots can really help you build a mental advantage over your defender.
You all right, lock in, make the next. Here we go. I got him.
Alonzo Trier to Brunson. That's no good.
Pick up. Wait on it.
Beyond the arc for three. Buries it on the catch and shoot.
That shot was nice, but that pass, that was the real highlight. Good teams always find a way to get the best shot available.
Here come.
Scores from the post.
Contest a shot.
Deep three at the buzzer. A very one-sided first half of basketball as we are at halftime. Let's get you to our NBA Live studios in Orlando and hand it over to Jalen Rose for our EA Sports halftime report. Jalen.
Thanks, guys. Let's take a look at what went down so far in this one. The Heat were the dominant team in that first half, without question. It was their playmaking, the way they gave each other scoring opportunities. That really impresses me. I love seeing unselfish basketball like that. These are the guys getting buckets for the Miami Heat. The 76ers have yet to appear after one half of basketball. At this point, it's all about pride and mental toughness. A comeback is not impossible, but it's also not likely. These are the guys getting buckets for the Philadelphia 76ers.
Game track. Assists. Player of the half.
I'm ready to skip ahead and just get this guy player of the game. You can tell he's on his way to a special game.
Who was cold?
Forget cold. This guy will be happy to be lukewarm at this point. He can't seem to get anything going. Here are the top plays from the opening half.
Number 2. Number 1.
And with that, I'm sending it back to Ed and Jay to bring you the rest of the game.
Self-check.
Be alert. Be alert. Here it comes. Be alert.
To Rodney Hood. Lets it fly from long range. Rodney Hood couldn't get open. Misses the shot.
I got ball.
And he's fouled. And he earns a trip to the line.
Okay, now we're on the home stretch, and you got a big lead. Don't let your opponent back in this game by giving up extra possessions.
And he connects on the first free throw.
Let's go, boy. Cash me out.
And he makes them both.
Money. Good shot.
It's the Heat with the possession.
Screen. Wait on it.
A lot of contact on that play. He plays through it and scores.
Attack mode isn't a switch that you can just turn on and off. He needs to do more of that. We need to see him penetrate, get into that lane, and create.
Alonzo Trier to Embiid. He'd come up with it.
Here's your chance to break this thing wide open.
Steps around the defender and puts it in. Nicely done.
You see, here's why versatility is so imperative for your offensive repertoire. If you're a one-trick pony as a defender, I know exactly how to defend you because you only do one thing. But if you have versatility, then the coach can put you in multiple looks within the offense, and then you can get it any way you want it.
Nothing going here on that drive. Fires the three. Message received. Well defended.
Yeah, just me and you, 93. Let's go. What you got?
Alonzo Trier to Tobias Harris.
Ball up.
Can't connect. Got a piece.
Don't stare him down like that afterwards.
He gets it.
Hey, good shot.
Man, that may not have been a gimme, but that layup at the rim definitely chips away at the pride of the defense.
Ball's loose. Look at him on the deck. John Henson rejects it.
That kid can block out the sun, Ed.
4-3. Tough shot. Well defended. Brunson to Embiid. The Heat secure the rebound. A bad pass as the Sixers come up with this steal.
You know, Ed, sometimes you're just more ready to play than your opponent. The intensity and the effort, it's off the charts.
Uh-oh, it's too easy.
I got ball.
Here's a chance from long range. That's good D. Shot no good. Huh? You can't do that.
That's just a blatant foul. Maybe he's trying to make a statement.
They're going to make some changes with some new personnel on the floor. Harris to Embiid.
Shot.
Cleans it up. On the follow. Way to stay with it.
The one thing we know for certain in this league, it doesn't matter how big the margin is, you can always put together a run and get back in this one.
Miami's got it. Oh, highlight moves. Tough to do with the defender all over you. From the outside, no good.
See, the defender did a really good job. He stayed down. He didn't go and bite for all the head fakes. He waited until the last second to contest that shot. Way to know the scouting report.
Embiid to Alonzo Trier. And they call it.
Ed, you can't lunge like that.
Time for some new personnel into the game. Harris. Off the assist.
That's a strong finish. Regardless of contact, finishing strong is key.
Joel Embiid snatching it out of the air.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
From long range. He was all over him. To Embiid. And a whistle.
A simple touch foul.
Come on, ref, you gotta call it both ways.
Both teams tweaking their lineups. Here come some changes. To Embiid. Able to convert inside.
And the defense keeps sticking to those flare screens. Just don't flare out to the three-point line. Flare to the rim for a lob.
Gets it in the left corner. Nothing going here on that drive. For three, textbook defense.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Anthony Simmons at the line. First try, no good. Knocks down the second after missing the first. Miami with the basketball.
Watch the screen, watch the screen.
I got ball. I got something for him.
To Embiid.
Watch cutter.
Count the basket. He's feeling good. Defense has to get him out of his comfort zone.
Did you see the way that dribble freed him up? It created so much space. I did, but the defender didn't.
Coach is going to shift gears and adjust his... And a whistle.
Just a tic-tac foul.
Nope. First one does not go. Knocks down the second after missing the first. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Man, that was a tough shot.
And I don't know why the defense continues to help on guys that drive. Make them take shots over your bigs. By you helping more, you're just leaving three-point shooters open on the perimeter.
To Alonzo Trier. Nice finish at the rim.
There's no better feeling after a game after you had 25-plus assists and you won the game and everybody recognizes that it's time for their bank accounts to get rewarded.
To Rodney Hood. Goes to the left side. Trying to cash in. Add 2 points to the board.
You know, it reminds me of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with a fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
Harris to Embiid. Gets a look. Can't hit. Nice touch around the basket with the tip.
Strong finish. That's what you need, regardless of contact, focusing on the rim.
Now pass stolen by the Sixers.
Tonight, it may not cost you, but in a playoff game, it will.
Brunson to Embiid. Oh, nice find for the basket.
That's lunch pail business right there. Don't worry about the no call. Keep powering through.
Here I am. Go.
Deep two there. Won't go.
It's easy. Force guys into low percentage shots. That's the reason why we're big into stats. It was all provided to you before the game in the scouting report.
Embiid to Tobias Harris. Had a chance, but it's no good.
Hey, lock up.
To Rodney Hood. Fires the three. Offensive board. Going to launch beyond the arc. Oh, good offense beating good defense.
And the three-point shot of the offense applies so much pressure on the defense, you can no longer build your teams inside out. The new way, you build your team outside in.
Alonzo Trier to Embiid. Gets to the basket and scores.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays, no one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
Now a steal by Philly.
You go back to the principles, things that we started working on when we were in first and second grade. It's called the shell drill. You stay down in the stance defensively, you try to deny the next pass away, and you have to communicate. If your conditioning is bad, you have no chance. But if you're able to do all these things together, collectively, you will be able to stop a great passing team.
Down to 5 on the 24. Alonzo Trier, nice pass to set things up. Tough-looking shot there, still gets it to go down.
Woo, did you see that? Eyes to the rim, and the rest was all net.
Stop the ball, stop the ball.
To Rodney Hood, beyond the arc for 3. That's how you defend. John Henson with a piece.
Yep, I got ball.
Whistled for the foul. Chance coming up at the free throw line.
Aggressive play there, but you can't fault the defender for being up in the shooter. You need to contest shots, each and every one of them.
Misses the first.
You good, homie? Knock it down.
Good bounce back. Hits the second. It's a 1 of 2 trip.
My ball.
Corner 3 at the buzzer. The Heat with the victory as they win this one handily. For Jay Williams and all our crew, I'm Ed Cohen saying so long for now. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports.
Jalen Rose here, and I've got your EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Heat were solid in today's victory. And more often than not, they were hitting the 3 when they popped from long range. Winning gets a lot easier when you're adding so many points to the scoreboard, 3 at a time. Check out the leading scores for the Miami Heat. The 76ers just couldn't get within striking distance toward the end of the game. I'm sure they can't help but feel frustrated with the result, but they can't let that feeling linger. Sooner than later, they need to start thinking about the next matchup. Check out the leading scores for the Philadelphia 76ers.
Game track. 3-point shooting. Player of the game.
And what we have here are highlights worth 1,000 words. There's no question he stood out amongst the rest in today's matchup.
Who was cold?
Every player that makes it to the NBA is a great athlete, but even the best players have their off nights. Today was just one of those days for this guy. Here are the top 3 plays from the game.
Number 2. Number 1.
Here's what's coming up for the Philadelphia 76ers. This has been a presentation of ESPN on EA Sports. Until next time, I'm Jalen Rose, signing off.
We welcome you to Los Angeles, California. I'm Ed Cohen with the former Chicago Bull, Jay Williams, and Jay's 16 banners, many retired numbers, the aura and the mystique. Greet the opponent here tonight.
Ed, all those accolades are great, but we're talking about 2019. This is a new, young Lakers team. Let's see what kind of effort they bring on the floor tonight.
Let's do it here from Staples Center. The opening tip corralled by the Lakers, and we're underway in downtown Los Angeles. Here comes the screen.
You gotta work around the screen. You're killing me.
A drive to the basket, but the shot won't go down.
That's superb defense. That's a defense getting there from the weak side early and making the player short arm a shot.
Trying to cash in, gets a look, can't hit.
That's how you do it. You keep riding him to the basket, and if the refs aren't calling it, keep being physical. Keep knocking him off balance.
Cousins to Davis. John Henson snatching it out of the air.
Oh, he blocked that with authority.
He'd have the basketball. Cashes in for two.
Bodies bouncing all around on that layup with the offense winning that battle. But if the defense keeps up that kind of pressure, good things are bound to happen.
To Cousins. Jay, Magic and Kobe each won 5 titles. How are you going to judge LeBron James' legacy in L.A.?
If LeBron James wins 1 championship in L.A., that means he will set himself apart. He will have won 4 championships in 3 different cities. Now, that is polarizing for some fans. That still does not take away from the overall greatness and the legacy of LeBron James.
LeBron into the front court, trailing by 4. To Cousins. Anthony Davis lets it fly. Not that time. To Rodney Hood. Lets it fly from long range. Rodney Hood couldn't get open. Misses the shot.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a 3-point play.
The offense has very little to lose on those type of plays if they know they can, number 1, create contact, and number 2, still get the ball up. You need to assert yourself fully on the defensive end by initiating the contact and not allowing the offensive player to get that ball above his waist.
Unable to connect on the free throw. To James. Doesn't have the touch. No good. To Rodney Hood. Avery Bradley. Huge block.
That kid can block out the sun, Ed.
Took it down the lane, but it's no good.
And physicality is your friend. Don't let these guys get any easy ones down low. Make them look at the refs, wondering where the foul was every time.
James to Davis. Cleans it up. Offensive board. John Henson swats it.
Let it go, man.
Sent a message on that one, Ed.
And that's going to get out of bounds. So it stays with the L.A. Lakers. Shifting gears. Here come some substitutions. James. That one off the mark. It's no good.
Pick up, pick up, pick up.
To Rodney Hood from long range. Now that's a contest.
Shooters shoot. Period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
John Henson with the block.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
Rocking the rim.
So many people think making assists is creating something razzle and dazzle. Sometimes giving the ball up early is the right play and the most efficient.
Right down the lane, but the shot won't go.
Woo, I like that intensity on that play. That's how you actually dig in the dirt and do your job on the defensive end.
That's how you defend. LeBron into the front court. 10-0 is the score. Bam Adebayo sends it away. Finishing inside the paint on that one. Jay, what makes LeBron so special on the offensive end?
Well, first and foremost, look at that frame. 6'9", 265 pounds.
Oh, that's out.
Out of here. It always looks cool, but guess what? You're still on D.
Some lineup to Luke Kennard. Finish that.
Pick up, pick up.
Ball.
Able to convert inside.
You feel that? I see the confidence building.
Off the assist.
Look, there was barely any contact on that last play. I agree with the ref's no call. Let him play.
Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Knocks it down. That was a tough shot.
I mean, does he have eyes in the back of his head or what? I get paid money to watch and study this game daily. Even I didn't see that angle.
Nice pass to set things up. Oh, he had it. Miami's got it. Nance to Rodney Hood. Fires the three, buries it on the catch and shoot.
That shot was nice, but that pass, that was the real highlight. Good teams always find a way to get the best shot available.
Count it. No and one. There was some contact there.
I 100% guarantee you that was not the play call, but a bucket is a bucket.
To Rodney Hood. Rodney Hood above the rim. They have set the tone in this one.
I love when I see offenses come out in beast mode. You attack that paint, you get to the rim, inevitably the floor will open up for you to knock down some threes.
They go down to Davis. Goes to the left side.
Stay in front of, watch the shot.
He connects. Not the guy you think is going to beat you.
It's going to be a long road back, I'm not going to lie to you, but it's only the first quarter, and that's exactly what you needed. You needed to see the ball go in a couple of times.
Takes it right to the rim. A lot of contact there.
If y'all think this game is embarrassing, let me know.
Well, they have such great flow to their
They just getting blown off really bad, not even getting a chance.
It's moving around the perimeter, and it's zipping. They're playing with a special cohesiveness.
The Heat have the rebound.
No, you
Beyond the arc for three. Knocks it down and the foul. And a chance now at
Diamond
a
gets
four-point
fouled.
play.
But did you see on
Yeah,
that three-point shot, did you see him slightly kick his legs out? By kicking his legs out, the defender runs into the legs. There's contact. That's how you get a
Man,
4-point play potential.
Davis ain't doing it.
Oh, no, no, no. I got to on another side. Oh, God. Sammy.
Missed it at the line.
I know we can't talk about it.
To Davis. They've slowed down the pace. Now 3 on the shot clock. Anthony Davis lets it go. He had all day and all night to knock that one down. Need to hear more chatter on the defensive end.
That's what happens when you don't force shots. They were patient, they used almost the entire shot clock, and at the end, they got a wide open look.
Has a look. And scores. Nice move, Jay.
I don't think anyone saw this one coming, but it looks like they're trying to send a message. Look into their eyes. They're laser focused. They're playing as if this game is tied.
Going to launch beyond the arc. Seth Curry off the mark. Good defense. That's it for the first quarter as the Heat enjoy some breathing room.
You got a big pack of beef hot dogs right here. I didn't talk about tell me about
Ed Cohen, Jay Williams with you as we get things started here in the second quarter. And the Lakers with the rebound. LeBron with it up top. Down a bundle. To Davis. Using the post to his advantage there in the finish.
Old school equals high percentage.
It's the Heat with the possession. Oh, highlight moves. Tough to pull off the defender all over you. Here comes the screen. Tough moving close quarters with the crossover. Has a chance, cashes in. Someone has to get into the zip code.
It can only be one of two things here. One, the defender ran out of gas. Or two, this dude is just unstoppable.
Cousins to Davis. Runner here won't go down. Here comes the screen. The screen sets him up for two.
I don't know what halftime evaluation will be worse, the ankles or the bruised ego.
To Davis. Shot from the lane won't go. Offensive board. Tough shot and nearly a chance at a three-point play. No foul.
There are certain guys in this league that should be put on alert status 24/7 because either they're posterizing you or that attempt can still be a poster.
We have both squads set to make some moves right now.
I got ball. I'm here.
James. Trying to cash in? Yes. When this guy's open, look out. Nearly automatic.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
OG Ananobi sizing up Cousins. With the fadeaway, burns him for the basket.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
James into the front court. His guys down big. LeBron James now 3 for 9.
And if you don't contest, he's knocking that down with ease.
Deep left corner. Shot clock coming down to 4. Down to 3. From the outside, no good. Bradley to Davis. The drive, right to the basket. John Henson sends it away. Not nice. Out of bounds, last touch by the Heat. Both coaches hitting the reset button. Fresh legs coming onto the floor. Bradley. Big finish at the rim. That has to feel deflating for the other side.
They've really came out and made a statement so far in this first half. Another powerful dunk, but another easy dunk. When are we going to see some defense?
Bradley to Davis. Right time, right player.
Can't teach height.
Short jumper won't go down.
I'm not sure that the contest on the shot contributed to the miss, but what it might have done is seep into the confidence of the shooter that the next time he might decide to try to drive to the rim instead of settling for a jumper.
From the painted area, won't go down. To James. Cousins. To Davis. Oh, I missed a short one there. Hood. Here's a chance from long range. Can't connect. To Bradley. Oh, great pass. Setting up the basket.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
Hey, lock up, lock up. Screen coming, screen coming.
To Rodney Hood. Keep on trying. Shot's no good there. To Cousins. And he stepped out of bounds. Turns the ball over. Changes coming from both sides right now.
Jimmy Fielder. I thought it was Butler. I was like, isn't it new? I don't know. Pelicans.
Just not going down.
And you have to remember that your hand is clear of the ball. There wasn't enough contact on that play for the refs to blow the
I
whistle.
hate guarding LeBron with a passion.
Oh, highlight moves. Tough to do with the defender all over you. Bradley. Driving right to the basket. Tight space with the crossover. Split the D there, but he can't get it to drop. Almost. Unlucky bounce. Bradley to James. Missed a wide open look. Got it.
For a smaller player, you have to be more creative with your imagination when you finish with those shots around the rim. For the audience, that may look difficult, but for the player himself, that's what they practice every single day.
Los Angeles, they have it. To Davis. Ah. Shot from in close, no good.
I got him. Here we go. Clap for you. Let's go.
Here's Davis. Open look, and he buries it. Defense has to wake up. Deep three at the buzzer. Good. A three at the buzzer. Everything going right so far as they've extended the lead.
Now y'all probably feel embarrassed, LA. Sorry for the buzzer beater shot. It just had to happen.
NBAlive Studios in Orlando and hand it over to Jalen Rose for our EA Sports halftime report. Jalen.
Thanks, fellas. Jalen here with your halftime report. The Heat dominated this matchup from the opening tip, and the offensive glass was their domain. They scored plenty of second-chance points, asserting themselves in the paint. These are the guys getting buckets for the Miami Heat. The Lakers may be in the building, but they did not show up for this game. The way they struggle doesn't bode well for them at all. But if they've got some fight in them, we'll know right away in the third quarter. Have a look at the leading scorers for the Los Angeles Lakers.
Game track. Bench points.
The Los Angeles Lakers are getting enough bench production in this contest. Their reserves need to step up and start making an impact in this game.
Player of the half.
I'm ready to skip ahead and just get this guy player of the game. You can tell he's on his way to a special game.
Who was cold?
Anthony Davis certainly hasn't contributed much for his team when it comes to scoring. Newsflash, you're not on fire. Pass the ball.
Oh no!
We got our top 3 plays for you. Check them out.
Number 2. Number 1.
All right, back to the second half. I'll see you after the game.
I'm gonna take a really good chance tonight.
Hey, look up, look up, look up, look up.
The door closed.
To Rodney Hood for 3. Rodney Hood couldn't get open. Misses the shot.
I have no idea.
To Bradley. Avery Bradley, consistent effort. He's at 50%.
And attention to detail is everything for a professional scorer like that. Actually getting it done the hard way there.
To Rodney Hood, 4-3. Shot off the mark. Good defense. LBJ.
Whoa, that's a pretty big one, man.
To Cousins. The drive right to the basket. Wide open look, won't go. Lets it fly from long range, cleans it up. Nice follow-up on the dunk there. He took it out on the rim that time.
Oh, there's no better feeling than after throwing that one down, hanging on the rim a little bit, looking at your opponent beneath you, making him recognize that's where you'll be the entire ball game.
That's good, man.
Hood has a look. Knocks it down from mid-range.
I get tired of hearing guys say, I was there, I contested a shot, I pretty much had a hand in his face. Well, no, you have to change up the game. If a guy is right-handed, he is right eye dominant. Get that hand over his right eye, block his vision, that'll enhance his chances of missing the shot.
Can't connect.
It's easy, force guys into low percentage shots. That's the reason why we're big into stats. It was all provided to you before the game in the scouting report.
I got him.
To Bradley. And look out. Big finish at the rim. Jay, let's see if that's a sign for him.
Well, he's been pretty much non-existent the first 3 quarters, but when you have a play like that, that can get the juices going, and that can help you with your offensive rhythm.
Count the bucket for 2.
I've seen him float so much on the perimeter, I forgot he even had that kind of physical presence. Good to see him beating up on people down low again.
Cousins to James. Scores from the post. Has a chance. That's usually one that he'll knock down. To Bradley.
Where is he anyway? Where is he anyway?
Davis. Whoops. That won't go. James to Bradley. Chance for LeBron James. And he knocks it down, Jay.
You can make all the points you want, LeBron. Y'all losing by a ton.
Defensively, if you're guarding me in a parallel position, I can have whatever I want when I want. You have to force this guy to go one direction, make him go towards his weak hand, and then contest that shot.
To Davis.
I don't know what happened to the
That is great
McElroy.
vision to set. Got a piece of it.
Jumping out the gym right now, Ed.
Great anticipation. And his foot was on the line. It's going the other way.
What are we waiting
Time
on?
to adjust. Both coaches making changes on the floor. From long range. No good.
I'm not.
Well, you should turn yourself in. That's close to me. Too close. Them hot dogs. Well, they look close to me. Big hole at the top. Huh? Big hole on the top. Sure. Yeah, I'm not being just for these things. Tori in the bathroom. Where do you want to go? I think he's going to the store. Yeah, you see Tori also. Oh, Tori gone too? No, Tori's in the bathroom. Now you talk to me before I go. Sure, I can do that. Yeah, speaking of Tori, there she go right there. I want to speak of her. Please, Tori. Don't nobody know.
That's great defense.
That's me.
To Bradley. Driving right to the basket. Davis. Shot won't go. Fires the three.
I'm not going to never change to find out like this.
Bradley.
Dry.
Shot from the lane won't go.
I just got it out
The
the
basketball. Won't
You're
go.
a hot dog.
The follow.
What else I'll say, Tori?
Let me get the hot dog.
Won't go either. To Bradley. Avery Bradley. 4 out of 7.
The okie doke. Let's see if he'll try that one again.
Gets it in the left corner. Oh, not a good pass there. That's a turnover.
You know, Ed, sometimes you're just more ready to play than your opponent. The intensity and the effort is off the charts.
Where?
Nice finish at the rim.
Man, he's got the defender out there tap dancing like that on national TV. It's not a good sign.
Oh, they called the foul, Jay.
Ed, you can't lunge like that.
New blood coming in for both sides. To Davis. Trying to cash in. Off the mark. He's made those before, but that was well defended. Here comes the screen. Lakers ball. And 2 for AD.
The one thing we know for certain in this league, it doesn't matter how big the margin is, you can always put together a run and get back in this one.
Who made this, Jim?
Nance. Has a look. Cleans it up. The follow won't go either.
Get down, half court, here come.
To Davis. And counted at the rim.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays, no one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
Look, the first set of pork steaks burnt up. I
I told y'all the 4 states was on 3 of them.
Short jumper off the mark.
That's how you do it. You keep riding him to the basket. If the refs aren't calling it, keep being physical. Keep knocking him off balance.
Very, very good.
To Luke Kennard. Swings it. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. It's good. That's the shot they wanted him to take.
Great shot by the offense. But the defense, you can't afford to collapse off that penetration. I'd rather a team take a tough 2 than a wide open 3.
With the step back.
Good shot, man.
Late heave to beat the buzzer. 3 quarters complete. And the Heat right now are feeling good. It'll be Lakers ball as we begin the 4th quarter. And I think the best way to describe where they stand right now is they're down, but they're not out.
It's a game we used to play in the league all the time. It's called a series of stops. That means get 3 stops in a row. Each game is a game within the game. You get 3 stops in a row, and then another 3 stops in a row, you're right back in this ballgame.
Draws the double and still hits.
You know, it reminds me out of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You're probably...
Leaves his man in the dust and finishes at the rim.
Oh, he buckled his knees so bad, it didn't matter if he scored or not. That's a win for the internet.
It's the Heat with the possession. Fires the 3. Not that time. He misses. To Luke Kennard. John Henson with a piece.
You know, sometimes basketball can become a very beautiful thing to watch. During the regular season, things can get difficult. Energy can be low. The passion at times can even be lower because players are tired. They're fatigued. But today, it's all been good. They're putting in an absolute show with killer efficiency and tremendous effort and intensity.
Able to convert inside.
My man right there. Cutter.
Beyond the arc for 3. Off the iron. No good.
I got ball. Pick up. Match up.
To Luke Kennard. Layup's good. Those are the types of shots you always strive for.
That's lunch pail business right there. Don't worry about the no call. Keep powering through.
We get a whistle and a timeout here for Miami as they'll make sure they're all on the same page here in the fourth quarter.
Let's do it.
He'd have the basketball.
Hey, I got ball. I got mine. Y'all get yours. I got mine.
Going to launch beyond the arc. Buries it on the catch and shoot.
And it just seems like the defense has lethargic closeouts. You need to close out with more of a sense of urgency. Run them off the three-point line. Make them take a tough two rather than an easy three.
Seth Curry. Here comes the screen. To Cousins. Lakers down to 4 on the shot clock. Cousins. Misfires. It's no good. Has a chance. He's looking for that touch. LeBron into the front court. His guys down big. Seth Curry. Nice pass to set things up.
And when plays like that happen with multiple players touching the ball, the basketball gods will 100% reward you.
Tough-looking shot there. Still gets it to go down.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. Here's a chance from long range. Tough shot. Well defended.
That's me. I got ball.
And a whistle.
That's just a blatant foul. Maybe he's trying to make a statement.
James. For 3. Offensive board. John Henson rejects it.
That kid can block out the sun, Ed.
5 to shoot for Los Angeles. Cousins. That won't go.
Good boy. Good boy.
Double.
End to end on that one. 94 feet for the basket.
Man, if we were at Rucker Park right now, everybody will be wilding on the court. Guarantee it.
Across the timeline comes James. Down a bundle. And Jay, they call the foul.
That's just a blatant foul. Maybe he's trying to make a statement.
First one goes down.
Okay, that's nice.
Able to convert on both free throws.
Hey, that's what I'm talking about. Watch the cutter, man.
DeMarcus Cousins tips it.
Just incredible timing on that swap.
And a throwdown.
The pass was really good, but what I love most about the play, Ed, was that every player that ran in transition had active hands, which means they were active targets. They provided a target for the player to deliver the pass. That's how you work together as teammates.
Good work.
LBJ with it.
D up, y'all.
John Henson able to recover with the block. They've got it back. He shoots. Oh, off the mark.
The contest was good, but you being a nuisance was great. Continue to be that gnat that no matter how many times you swing at it, it never goes away.
Basket's good on the follow. Way to stay with it.
Well, the shooting has been spectacular, but one of the things that I've seen as the difference maker in this ball game is how they are catching the basketball. They're not establishing a pivot foot, which leaves the defense wondering which way you can drive, but when that shot is working like that, you got it any way you want it.
Deep 3 at the buzzer. The Heat with the victory as they win this one handily. That does it. For my partner Jay Williams and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. As we say, so long, everyone.
Jalen Rose here, and I've got your EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Heat added a win with today's solid victory. And these are the kind of highlights I love to see. Check out the defensive effort that turns so many shots into really embarrassing moments. Here are the guys who put up the most points for the Miami Heat. The Lakers didn't get the victory they wanted here today. I'm sure they can't help but feel frustrated with the result, but they can't let that feeling linger. Sooner than later, they need to start thinking about the next matchup. Here are the guys who put up the most points for the Los Angeles Lakers.
Game track.
Second chance points.
The Miami Heat were most impressive in the way they turned their effort into second chance points. If I was their coach, I'd be very proud of the team for the way they played with heart.
Player of the game.
And while you can't track leadership on a stat sheet, it was by far the most impressive thing he did in this game.
Who was cold?
This isn't the segment you want to be in, of course, but even the best players find their way into this part of the show. These are the top plays of the game.
Number 2. Number 1.
Here's what's coming up for the Los Angeles Lakers. And that does it for our post-game wrap-up. On behalf of ESPN on EA Sports, I'm Jalen Rose. Thanks for joining us.
All right, y'all. The next game will be Magic's in Charlotte. I hope y'all enjoy. And Happy New Year's to everyone. Or not New Year's. Happy 4th of July, everyone.